Well, good morning, everyone. I'm J. Lenora Bressler, and welcome to the October 23rd, 2017 edition of The Bible, Delight in the Details. We are in Exodus 32 as we continue in a multi-session series on overlooked details of the Exodus narrative. You know, every once in a while, I'll tell you, I just feel bad for God. I really do. I feel sorry for him. Here he was. He had Moses up on the mountain. He is giving him all of the laws, not just the 10 Commandments, but an understanding of how this new nation, Israel, was to be governed and how it was to stand apart from the pagan nations around it so that it would be different, so that people, when they came to it, when they interacted with the citizens, would say, there's something different here, and it would prompt questions that then would lead to a better understanding of the Lord Almighty. That was the plan. And while God is meticulously giving his man, Moses, all the information that he would need once he went back down the mountain to the people to implement this wonderful, beautiful plan, what are they doing? They're making the golden calf. Now, as we talked about yesterday, Aaron, Moses' brother, who would later become the high priest, of course, of ancient Israel, the very first high priest, he capitulated. We talked about the fact that the language in the original Hebrew indicated that the people came against him. There was a threat of violence. And he said, okay, go ahead, literally rip out the earrings off of your wives and your sons and your daughters and give them to me. Now, let's talk about ridiculous. Aaron knew he was doing wrong. He knew that when Moses got back, he was going to get quite a talking to, as he did. He knew that he was risking a lot by capitulating to this demand of the people. But before we are too critical of him, just remember he was being threatened, and there's no telling what people would have done to him. And, you know, until we have been threatened ourselves with physical bodily injury, it's difficult for us to justifiably evaluate and condemn him. But here's the problem. It says in Exodus 32 that he took this gold, which, by the way, was supposed to go into the making of the tabernacle for the real Lord, and he fashioned it. It even says he fashioned it with an engraving tool. So was he involved in the creation of this golden calf? Absolutely he was. He had to work it. He had to use the skill and artisan training that he had in order to make this. Now, what's ironic is that in just a few verses after that, we see Moses coming down from the mountain, very upset. And he talks to Aaron and asks, why have you done this thing and what have you done? And Aaron makes the lame excuse that he just threw the gold into the fire and out popped the calf, fully formed. My friends, you know, when we sin and we know we're doing it, and then we try to rationalize it and excuse it, it can sound just as stupid and silly as what Aaron said. So when we do make mistakes and when we do outright sin, let us not sound stupid. Let us not sound silly like Aaron did. When we have done wrong, we need to confess it. We need to confess it quickly. Be candid about it. Don't make excuses. Just fall before the mercy of the Lord. Ask for forgiveness of him. If we have wronged others, then go and ask quickly for their forgiveness. But don't make silly, stupid excuses like, I just threw the gold in the fire and out came the calf. For more on interesting overlooked details of the Bible, join me for the next edition of The Bible, Delight in the Details. Have a marvelous day.